Okay, we're back on finish cuts again. I figure probably the roughest test or most difficult test of getting a piece of wood to cut clean, besides something as figured, is one that is soft and punky to the point of being almost too rotten to turn. This is a piece of big leaf maple, and if you've ever turned it before, it does have a tendency to tear, and as you can see, the tear out's pretty bad right here. I smoothed that out a little bit. I'm going to take a cut here. This is an M2 high-speed steel swept back wing type gouge, and I'll show you what kind of finish cut I can get with that. So that actually roughed it up a little bit, still tearing a few little chunks out of it. Okay, this is a little bottom of the bowl gouge, which has more of your traditional grind on the front, so fairly square and a steep bevel on it. So I'll come back into here, start to cut down, see what we get. Not as good as the other tools. So this is that fluteless gouge. Again, this is one rubbing the bevel. Instead of at a 45 or so, this is up at a very high shear angle again. Again, here's our nasty spot. Still a little bit of tear out in there, but way cleaner than what the other ones were doing. And you're getting shavings like that, this type with the long kind of curlies in them, that generally indicates you're getting a nice clean cut. I'll make another pass on that just for the heck of it, see if I can get it a little cleaner. Not a whole lot, but still this is that ultra punky area right there, and generally about the only ways you can get those cut clean with normal tools, unless you're really dropping your handle for a high shear angle cut, is you have to put some sort of a wood hardener on it, which is either like super glue. Even putting water or finish on it doesn't help this type of stuff cut any cleaner. Okay, again, this is my spindle roughing gouge. Again, not using it like this, using it up on its edge so I get a high shear angle. I'll start up in here somewhere and show you the difference you can get. Much cleaner, and to me it's that high shear angle. Now this particular area here is the nastiest part of the board. There's still a little bit of tear out there, as you can see is way cleaner than that, and again that's having that high shear angle. Okay, so this is my scraper. This will be a bevel rubbing cut. Do notice too that this one is like half of a normal gouge, and it's got more of a point on the end. If I tried this with a round nose gouge, it would want to catch. But again, this gives me that very high shear angle. So still not very pretty, prettier than that. It's like the higher that shear angle goes, the better they cut. I can try a pull cut here with the burr, and this does a decent job on some pieces, but this is so soft and punky, it's almost impossible. not too bad. This is my problem spot here, the worst spot, and you're still getting tear out in there. Can't quite get it all out. So yeah, my favorite tool, that fluteless bowl gouge or your spindle roughing gouges, they do a fairly nice job on that as long as you have it up on its edge like this. Never down like this, because that corner wants to catch and dig in. A little bit cleaner, not a whole lot. But again, this stuff's just about falling apart, and that's what makes it so difficult to get any kind of a clean cut on.